I grew up with a love for video games since I was a little kid. And then in 2004, when the first barcade opened up in New York, that's something I've always been working on. So for the last 4 to 5 years, I've been trying to accumulate a nice collection of games to where people would be kind of wowed when they walked in. I didn't want to just open with, 10, 12 games. I wanted to open up with a whole arcade. So this has been in the works probably since I was a little kid, but really became a reality after 2004. I really thought this was something we could pull off. Well, the drinks, everything in the bar that we come up with the bar, from the patio, from our drinks, everything was meant to be fun. We tried to come up with a drink selection that would be not just your normal drink selection in a bar. We wanted to do something fun, something kind of like a spin on 80s themes. And my wife came up and our bar manager came up with the names of things for the drinks. Just kind of something to tie into the 80s and something that would be fun. Well, as far as the arcades go, the classics like the Miss Pac-Man and Galaga, Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Mario Brothers, those are played a lot more than I thought they were going to be. I knew they'd be popular, but they get played pretty much non-stop while people are in here. The Mortal Kombats and the Killer Instincts, the fighting games are very popular also. But I'm very happy with the Froggers, the Donkey Kongs and Galagas. I think those are the most popular games that we have in the bar. When we opened up a bar, we didn't want to just sell drinks. We wanted to sell an experience. We wanted people to come in here and think, we wanted them to be a kid again. We wanted them to think, like I remember playing this when I was 12 years old, and I remember we're trying to not sell a drink here, we're trying to provide an experience for people. And that's something we've always tried to keep in mind when starting this bar. It's not just about, anybody can sell a beer, but to sell an experience when you come in and say, I feel like I'm 10 again, 12 again, that's what we're trying to do. We expect people to come in and really, we're hoping that they come and have an experience as far as, a nostalgic experience back to their childhood, back to when they were younger. And that's been pretty much the reaction from a lot of our customers.
It's something different. It's something very unique and something that you can come and just put quarters in and play games. Very simple.
Same thing. You could just relax. If you're at school and you just need somewhere to get together with your friends, it's close by.
There's no other bar like this one.
It's more than just alcohol. You get to actually do something with your time besides drink.
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat.
That one. Best
Mortal
machine here.
How were you?
Sometimes growing up does suck, and sometimes it sucks that we are adults, and sometimes we want to just be, kids again, and sometimes we kind of lose part of our childhood, and we kind of lose that funness about ourselves that we used to have. And sometimes growing up does suck, and sometimes you just want to be a kid again, and hopefully that's what Rubik's has provided for people.
Responsibility sucks.
Not growing up.
Not growing up, just
responsibilities.
Bills, of course.
Bills, yeah, for sure.